Welcome back to the Women's Racing League broadcast. We are about to head into round number one of this evening, and we have our standings from the seeding. If we could have that on our screen right now, that would be absolutely awesome. I have screen delays, so I don't even see it properly. But yeah, the results are in, and this is how the bracket is going to look like. We have four matches between Red, Blue, and Big Bonkers, Equinox versus the Wild Things, Lilies against the Orange Car Club, and Birds of Prey against Meow in round one. We are going to go with the match Equinox against the Wild Things in the first round for the broadcast. All matches are going to be played simultaneously, so unfortunately we cannot quite follow every single team in the tournament. So we are hoping to find a good balance there, but all of these matches should be quite interesting. And if we're looking at Equinox versus the Wild Things, we have a matchup that has been played in the previous season before, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah. I don't quite remember what the result was. I do remember we've had it. And of course, wait, let me find. I have so many windows open. I'm going crazy. Hold up. Where's all my windows? Here's a window. There we go. Um, wait, let's see. There it is. Yeah, Red, Blue, Big Bonkers, Lily's Orange Car Club, Birds of Prey versus Meow. So Birds of Prey versus Meow is going to be seed 7 versus seed 2. Red Blue versus Big Bonkers is seed 1 versus 8. So that's going to be a tough cookie for Maji and Sneaky Annie to crack. And then we have Lily's and Orange Car Club, seed 6 versus seed where are you? 3. And then the one we are watching is seed 4 versus seed 5. So hopefully that's going to be a nice close match that we're going to be witnessing here. And of course, the other ones, there might be some other streams that are also broadcasting those. I think probably Spammy is watching the Maji and Sneaky Anyone because he is their coach. Let's take a look at the race. Are we live yet? Let's see. We are live yet. Okay. Then Pepper and Shorty versus Stardust and Kato is the teams we are looking at now. And Stardust is taking the lead with Kato at the moment. Pepper close behind. Shorty Gray already having made a slight mistake about 1.5 seconds behind there. We are on the map. Supination made by Sophie. And it looks like Stardust and Pepper are actually Stardust and Kato might be going for a victory in this first round, but it is Pepper who is in second place though. Kato is close behind, trying to snack that third or first place or second place, but Kato still managed. I'm saying all the names wrong. Pepper manages to keep second place. That is 2 points for the Wild Things, 1 point for Equinox, and that is a yeah. Are we going to 10 points? I think, or what's Neon? Do you know? We're going to 10 points.
We probably should. I'm currently struggling with some technical issues because it seems like I cannot join the game, and there's also the question from various other games if there is another pick or ban phase to be happening. And it seems like that issue also affects all the other lobbies.
Yeah. Let's see what the maps are going to be.
I'm in. I'm actually
You're in? Nice. Nice, nice. Starting pick and bans. Here we go. Here we go.
All
The
right.
pick and bans. There it is.
You might recognize this interface from the Trackmania Grand League and the World Tour, which is definitely not the logos that are used on the top left or the top right, and of
Have our
course
first
also not
ban
working
there.
through the game. We have the first ban. Biochemistry is out, just like Celestia and Equinox are going to counter with their first pick.
and it is Supination. I think that's a map by Sophie, if I'm not mistaken.
It is indeed.
So the first map is going to be Supination, and then the Wild Things get to pick a map, and then the decider is, of course, always the map that is just left. So they each get to ban one map and pick their preferred one, and whatever's left, there we go. We have Supination, Nest, and Attention. Those are the ones we will be driving in this matchup. All right.
That also means we're getting to see a new map, unless, of course, this doesn't go to 3 rounds. Attention, we have not seen so far, I think. Supination,
Wait, we
on
saw
the
that
other
in
hand,
the...
just like Nest.
Didn't we see Attention in the seeding? Was that first map, or am I confused now?
That's a good question. I'm confused as well.
I think we
But
haven't seen Celeste and we haven't seen Supination yet. That's what I think. So we're gonna see Supination for sure, and then Celeste is going to be the one that we haven't seen yet. I do believe, but I could be mistaken. I'm gonna throw another meow in chat because why not? All right, we are going. Good luck. Have fun to all the players. There is still a little bit of warm up. And after this warm up, we are going live. And the first map is going to be Supination. I have lost my cursor. Oh, there it is. Supination by Sophie. And we are on that now for the warm up. Let's see who has mastered this map the best. Were we going to 10 points was my question earlier to win a map? Correct.
we are
Okay.
going to 10 points, yeah.
10 points. Well, we are off, and it is Stardust right now in the lead. Shorty and Pepper right behind. It is Kato with a little bit of a deficit, but it's only 0.2, so anything can still happen. Shorty seems to have touched something, and she is slowing down a little bit. And it is Kato who now takes over second and will find some... oh, but that's a wide dirt turn. She still gets a lot of speed out of that, though. But Stardust in a comfortable lead with 0.2, 0.3, 0.2 it is now. Are we looking at the first ace here? Pepper is coming back in with a vengeance. Let's see if we can take a look at the fourth place. That is a 0.3. Everybody's so close though, but Stardust and Kato make the first ace of the round of the match. And that puts them in a 3-0 comfortable lead into round 2.
That has definitely been a controlling performance from Stardust, and she's setting off into the lead again, but cannot quite keep it. Pepper actually in first place, and Shorty is also following her teammate. Seems like EQNX are trying to bring it back with another ace, and Shorty absolutely perfectly through that super technical part. Can they go through the super tight grass turn unsafe? They can. Stardust found herself in first place in the last round, now in last place, and Shorty and Pepper are looking to keep it absolutely clinical. They get through the choke point in this specific turn absolutely perfectly through the grass, but Kato is incredibly quick, but she hits the wall on the uphill relatively early. Shorty and Pepper are keeping it clean. Shorty comes home in first place with her teammate Pepper in second, and that's another ace to extremely close rounds. How are these aces?
I mean, what a reply to that first ace. Like, you get that first ace as team the Wild Things, and you're like, yeah, this is good, let's go. And then immediately you get it thrown right back at you. Like, that it can't be good. And we see immediately that I think it was Shorty who touched the wall there, slowing down a little bit. That's going to cost her a lot of time. She is 0.6 behind. It's going to be probably 0.8. Yeah, it's going to be even a little higher. Stardust finds herself in the lead once again, but Pepper is close behind, and Kato is 0.3 behind her teammate and trying to get a little bit closer to maybe get that second place and get another ace on the board. But for now, it's Pepper who is standing in the way of that. Stardust, though, really The last round was a little bit of a fluke. She is fast on this map, and last round she made a mistake early, but now she's going for a first place again. Pepper in second, a 55.1 is her time for Stardust, and that is 2 points for the Wild Things. And it's now 4-5, so it's a pretty close match like we expected.
That was also a PB from Stardust. She is putting the gauntlet down.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's now upon EQNX to bring it back. But there is the first mistake from Stardust. She's hitting
PB
the
or
wall.
bust. That's her style, I guess. PB or bust.
Pretty much. She's now 9/10 down on the leader, which is her teammate. So far, it's still someone going to plan for the Wild Things. They are on course for a draw, but she is a second down, so that's definitely not the round she wanted. And Pepper and Shorty are trying to hunt down Kido. Shorty with an aggressive inside line. She's making up the entire advantage that Kido has. So far, Kido is extremely close to Shorty, but she still has the advantage, and it looks like she can bring it home absolutely perfect through the last technical part. Shorty and Pepper
Aye.
coming home in P2 and 3.
Yes, so they each get the same amount of points, and the score is 5-6, so no difference in that. The Wild Things are an ace and a tie away from a map win here. Of course, we're only going for best of 3, so 2 map wins, and you've got the match in the bag. And that's really scary because it is elimination. You will go to the loser's bracket. If you lose the map, you will still have a chance to get back into the grand final. We see Shorty, though, making a mistake there. And she will lose 0.1 on that. Stardust has also made a mistake. She's 2 seconds behind. So Pepper is now in the lead with half a second on Kato, and we're going into this last dirt section here. Kato with a little bit of a bumpy road, but Pepper seems to be getting that first place because everybody else just made errors, and Stardust with a 2-second. She really does seem to have the PB or bust mentality there, and also Shorty. We have tied again. It's 7-7. An ace will win you the map for both teams. That is a situation to be in.
And the beautiful thing is also that every single player has won a round in
Yes.
this specific map so far. And it really is either a PB or bust because Stardust has 2 wins and 2 crashes so far. Shorty is navigating it beautifully, but doesn't quite nail the landing here in this specific section. So far, the lead is definitely contested extremely well. Not even 2/10 from first to third place. And Shorty is going for an aggressive inside line. Once again, can she keep the speed? Can she overtake Stardust? Cannot quite nail it down. They are super close together. Stardust is getting the better exit from the third section though. It brings it home. It's another draw. And it only gets more interesting.
It only gets more interesting. So now an ace or a victory will just get you the map win again for both teams. So we are essentially kind of in an overtime situation. But not really, but kind of, and we see what happens here. Stardust looks to be already in a bit of a disadvantage here. So is Shorty Gray. Shorty Gray with a second disadvantage now, and it is Kato who is taking over the lead from Pepper. Stardust, though, 0.2, she has made up some time, but Pepper has an upward line there, and she loses a lot of speed. Kato now, half a second ahead of everyone else, and Pepper and Shorty Gray are driving basically the same round right now. But Shorty Gray, oh, wow, that Stardust line, she just catches up to both of them in just one turn. Can she snag a point here? It looks like she can, and that is a win. She took that third place from Shorty in the last turn, and with that, she will take the victory. They will take the map, and that is one map on the board for the Wild Things. They only need one more to go to the winner's bracket, and that is that puts the pressure on Equinox.
And that has to sting a little bit for Equinox because they really had a great approach on this specific round, and they turns out that they lose out just barely. But they can still bring it back. They have proven they are just as quick as the Wild Things in this specific track. So we definitely have picked out a great match for this first round. And we're, of course, hoping that it goes to 3 maps, that we can see Equinox bring this back, bring it to match points, to all or nothing on the third map. But for now, it is Nest, and we have a start on the first round after the warm up. Shorty with a beautiful quicker line than everybody else through this first grass section, but Stardust can once again catch up on the dirt. We're back to Tech, and Keto is now ahead of all of them. Shorty once
Oh,
again with an extremely aggressive inside line, and Stardust clips the outside of the quarter pipe. That is unlucky, but Pepper has also lost a lot of time, and it seems like Keto is taking off into the distance. Can they all nail this quarter pipe jump? Absolutely beautiful from Keto. Shorty also with great follow up. Pepper nails it. Stardust cannot make up time. She misses the flags and is still in contention for the third
oh,
place.
the nose
Pepper
slide for
has to
Pepper.
slow down a lot due to the nose slide. She's out of contention. Stardust says thank you, takes the third place, and it's a round win for the Wild Things.
That is the scary thing. You can't ever let your guard down because someone is going to be behind you to take your place if you make a tiny mistake. And that's exactly what happened there. And instead of a tie, suddenly you're looking at a loss there. You only get 1 point, your opponent gets 2. And that's only 8 points away from a win here. It is Stardust right now with a good start. She's in the lead over this sausage section with a drift, and Shorty is in second place. Stardust hits the checkpoint, is completely out of it. Shorty takes over that first place. Now let's see if the quarter pipe, you want to jump low as you can, but high enough so that you get the checkpoint. They all seem to manage that. Kato has also lost 0.7. I think she had a really high jump there. Pepper is about 4. Oh, is that going to be a snipe? Oh, that was so close. Look at that. 0.85 and 0.86. Kato almost took that second place, but couldn't quite manage it. Stardust 3 seconds behind with a 52.3. And Equinox with the ace. 4-2. Suddenly, that turns it around immediately.
That's how you reply to that first map, to that first round on the
Exactly.
second map. Nest is absolutely open, but it's definitely set for success for Equinox right now. They have lost their own map pick on Super Nation. Now they are looking to take the map pick from the Wild Things, but Stardust has absolutely none of it. She's leading this round absolutely flawlessly so far, but Shorty and Pepper are looking to catch her off. Keto right now still in third place. And it looks like, yeah, so rankings are always a little difficult on this quarter pipe
Yeah,
jump, but we're trying not to
exactly.
get confused.
Pepper!
Shorty
Oh!
brings it home, and
Oh!
Pepper almost snipes out Stardust, who has to go for the regular finish. Keto also on their tail, but cannot quite catch it out. It's a win, a victory for Equinox.
It is. And of course, I said with the quarter pipe, you want to jump as low as possible. But of course, if you jump higher, you get more speed out of it, which is what some players are doing. So, yeah, it's not quite as black and white as that. I guess you want to find the right balance. However, right now it's Stardust with a good start, and Kato is right behind her. So they are looking to get that ace here because that will tie up the score 6-6. Let's see if I can see. Pepper has made a mistake. She is now 2 seconds behind, so she will not be very relevant in this match in particular. Shorty clips the checkpoint, and she jumps way out, and that is going to be a hard respawn for her, and that is going to lose so much time. This is a very comfortable position for Stardust and Kato because they can just ace it without any contention, and Pepper will finish in third. Shorty choosing to go for the safe finish, but it doesn't even matter. The score is 6-6 again. And they just tie it right back up. And that lead that they had of 3 points is completely gone.
You gotta admire Kido here because she has not crashed a single time yet. It looked like she barely clipped the inside line, but Stardust, on the other hand, is out of it. She hits the checkpoint and Pepper is taking over the lead. Shorty has lost a lot of time herself. She is properly ahead, though. If not, she is...
3 seconds behind.
No,
Yeah.
never mind. Shorty crashed. I am absolutely blind, apparently. Stardust is in the lead. Kido is in second place.
Wait,
Pepper
Stardust,
is
did she miss the
trying...
checkpoint? 10 seconds. What is this?
Stardust, it looks like Stardust actually missed a checkpoint. There is...
I'm confused.
I
She
am
missed
absolutely
She must have
confused.
missed something. She must have missed a checkpoint because this is 9 seconds. But she's still... Can she finish? She didn't finish.
Stardust did not finish.
No, she missed a checkpoint somewhere. And I don't even know where, but she can't finish. Unfortunate. That's another draw. That was very confusing. But yeah, at least Kato got first place there, because otherwise that would have been a victory or even an ace for Equinox. So she she limits the damage basically 7-7, and we are again at the point where an ace will win you the match, whichever team you're on. Let's take a look at this next one. Neon, take it.
Now we're trying not to get confused this time around. Quarter pipe miss. Now that was actually earlier. Stardust clips the outside barrier in the dirt turn, which allows Pep to catch back up again. Kido is taking over the lead. Shorty Gray with the old switcheroo by a more aggressive inside line. Kido not quite able to follow that up. And Stardust is looking to get involved as well. Nobody's out of the equation just yet. As I say that, Pepper hits a checkpoint and is indeed out of it. And we have a beautiful water pipe jump, but Stardust also hitting the outside barrier. And Kido with her first ever crash in this specific match. Shorty Gray, on the other hand, brings it home. Definitely a deserved win in this round. Kido in second place. Stardust brings it home in third. And this round ends in a draw. Are you kidding me?
This is gonna be a match, you guys. Because if I'm down for map number 3 on this, because I mean, give me more of this stuff. This is so tense. This is wow. Oh, Shorty with a little bit of an awkward first turn there and had to release a lot, had to overslide and loses a lot of speed. Stardust, however, has put the rocket boosters on and is already 0.4 ahead of everyone else. Kato is following behind her and trying to... Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Kato taking over second place there in that triangle checkpoint. So it's now Stardust and Kato both. Pepper with a really high jump. Does that result in more speed? It doesn't look like it gains or loses much. But is this going to be the ace? Is this how they're going to end it here? This is the last turn. It does look like... Oh, that's it. That's the map. That's the match even. Stardust and Kato, the Wild Things, go on to the winner's bracket. And Equinox will go to the loser's bracket. Wow, what a match. It's even though it's 2-0, that was closer than the result shows. Like, wow. Insane. Maybe we can see if other matches are still going on. See if we can see that. But GG to the Wild Things.
That was a match. That's all I can say. Like, this match has been incredibly close.
Yeah.
Between those two teams, we went to 8-8 on both maps, and both times the Wild Things have just managed to clutch it out. Of course, ace on Nest is also not telling the whole story. It has been a close round. Of course, Shorty had to compromise really early in the run, but Pepper was on the heels of her opponents the entire round. And they are definitely a pretty good favorite for lower bracket run. Hope we can see them far into the tournament, because they definitely, after this performance, do not deserve to just go out like that.
No, exactly. And also Kato, like I'm really impressed with her like consistency because she made that one mistake, but I think that was the only one that she made, and other than that, she was just driving well. So really, really impressive. I'm gonna guess that all the other matches are done. All of them included. Okay, maybe we can take a look at the score because I'm kind of curious to see what the outcome is and who is gonna go lower bracket and who is gonna go upper bracket and what matches we have ahead of us because we are playing a lot more matches today, people. So I hope you're ready for all this. Let's see. Trying to find the thing. There we go. We're switching. Um, let's see. We've got red blue. The winner. Oh, red. It's being updated as we speak. So we got red blue versus the wild things. Okay, so the Kato and Stardust will be playing versus Aluji and Tunix. Then we've got Lilies versus Birds of Prey, and those are the winner bracket matches. So those have all won their first round match. And then we've got Big Bonkers versus Equinox in the first match for the losers bracket, and Orange Car Club versus Meow. Interesting. And those matches will be at 5:15. So actually 7:15. Well, that should be now basically. Because of
7:30
course,
actually.
yeah, 7:30. Okay, so we have a little bit of some time. Let's see. Yeah, because of course we had a little bit of technical issues. But yeah, 7:30. That's 8 minutes. Neon.
Well, the Wild Things have, of course, done a good job with winning this super close match, and their reward is playing against the reigning champions, Red Blue.
Yeah,
That is probably
a little
not the
bit
thing
scary.
you're the proudest of, or that feels the most like a reward. But apart from that, we also have a few other interesting matches upcoming with the Lilies against the Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey with a great start to their their first ever competition, have beaten out Team Meow, which means Sarah's daughter, who we mentioned as one of the strongest players in the competition, unfortunately has to take a detour to the lower brackets against the Orange Car Club, and we're of course hoping that they are all still having a fun time. That was getting to see more close matches. The decision is still to be made which match we're going to follow in round two, because all four matches are going to be played at the same time again, of course, and we're waiting for the call of production, of course. Which one do you think is going to be the most interesting?
Well, I'm trying to find now the list again where I can see it. I should have taken a screenshot, but I didn't. So now I don't have the list in front of me. Yeah, I'm still looking to see where. Hold up. We could take a few minutes break, maybe like a 3-4 minute break. Let's actually do that, I think.
Definitely can. We're of course looking which match we're going to show on this stream. We're going to get back at you in a few minutes after a short break, and you don't want to miss round two of this bracket. It's gonna be the upper bracket semi-finals between Red Blue and the Wild Things, and Lilies and the Birds of Prey, and the lower brackets between Big Bonkers and Equinox, and of course Orange Car Club and Meow. Nothing is lost yet. Nobody's out yet. Everyone can be champion, and we're hoping to bring to you an exciting show. Don't touch the browser. We're going to be back in a few minutes.